Okay, so I heard that if you get into a recruitment agency, then you are set because they mostly have internal job listings that they send by email to people who are in those said agencies. So I thought, let's create a little mini series called Breaking into the Recruitment Agency. So I've dealt with a couple of recruitment agencies, JobDuck being one of them. We're not going to talk about that. There is extensive information about JobDuck. And the next one is somewhere.com. I'm going to make a separate video about that. And the next one would be a recruitment agency called Aristo Sourcing. And the latest one I dealt with is called Scale Source. So with Aristo Sourcing, I sent my application a couple of months ago, and then I got a response. Some lady saying, hey, let's meet for an interview, choose a date. I chose the date, and on the day of the interview, she did not show up. And then after a couple of hours, she responded by email saying she apologizes. There was like, I don't know, a typhoon in her area, and that it cut off the internet connection. But she sent me a questionnaire of the questions that we were supposed to have during the interview. I answered that, and then she moved me forward to, I think, a senior recruiter that we spoke to, and then I chose a date for the second interview. And we had a great time on the interview because, remember, I used ChatGPT to help me prepare for the interview. So my nerves are like, okay, like I'm having a great time. But then things turned south when she said, what do you want from this job? And I said, I want growth and stability. And then she was like, no. I was like, what? So she said they allow their clients to like a client can just decide to drop you anytime. So there is no stability and there's like no growth. You're not gonna get that there. And then I thought, weird, but okay. I said, okay, say the client decides to drop me, do you guys add me to like match me with a different client, or what happens? She's like, no, you'd have to reapply for a new job. I thought, okay. And then sure enough, the following day I got an email saying the client moved with somebody else. I thought, obviously. And then the latest one I dealt with is called Scale Source. I sent my application some time back, and they responded via email saying, can you please send your introduction video? I do introduction videos all the time. It's not even a train smash for me. I sent my introduction video, and but then the only difference is that they needed the introduction video via a platform called Vimeo. It's like a video making platform. I thought, weird, but okay. Here's the link to my introduction video via Vimeo. And then after 2 weeks, they responded saying, hey, pick a date for the interview. I chose the date, and let me tell you, my internet connection, it did a number on me. It decided to like just not work on the time. I'm screaming inside. Because what the hell? Okay, because just from the beginning of the interview, I was like, can you hear me? She was like, can you hear me? It was just weird. And with remote work, they want you to have a strong internet connection. So it was just a bad look on my end. And I had a couple of questions to ask her, like at the end of the interview. But when the connection decided to finally come back up, she said, yeah, that's what happens. Like, those are the next steps, but I didn't hear what the next steps were. And I was too embarrassed to say, hey, can you please repeat that? But some of the things I got from the other parts of the interview is that they wanted somebody who wants to grow with whichever company they met you with. They want somebody to stay long term. They don't want somebody who's gonna be leaving after like a month or like 3 months. They want somebody long term. And I thought, that's me, right? I just feel like if the connection was good, we would have had a better outcome. But sure enough, after one day, I got an email saying, we are not moving forward with your application. right? So I'm thinking, let's just make this a series. Those are 2 recruitment agencies that I spoke about, and then the next video I'm going to speak about somewhere.com, and going forward we're just going to pick and choose whichever recruitment agency is out there, and we're going to apply. We can even apply together, and if you know some recruitment agencies that we can give a try, let's do it. So this is just my experience. I always say I don't discourage anybody from trying these things out. My experience could be a total different experience to you, right? So please don't say, oh, this one, it went south, so it's gonna go south for me. Please don't do that. I'm just sharing my experience, because sometimes you just go online to see what other people experienced. And for me, another thing is that when I see these companies, the first thing I do is to check the reviews on Google. So sometimes you just want to hear a review from somebody who's been through it, not just a review from like reading, because those reviews can be faked. When a company has 5-star reviews, no bad review, I like, yo, so like, I'm just giving reviews. This is what my page is about anyway. So yeah, this is a mini series. This is the beginning of a mini series, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Love ya, bye. Sounds sounds great, right? Yes, let's call it breaking into the recruitment agency. So